Elliot's heart sank as he stood frozen outside his family home, staring at his brother, Damien, holding the deed to the business their father had promised to him. All the months of planning, saving, and dreaming vanished in a heartbeat. His hands shook, his voice caught in his throat, but Damien just smirked, enjoying every second of his betrayal. "Life's funny, isn't it, little brother?" Damien sneered. Elliot's eyes welled with tears, but beneath them burned a fire of determination. This isn't over. If you want to see how Elliot fights back, subscribe now and follow his journey. Elliot returned to his apartment, his mind racing. He discovered Damien had also secretly sold some of Elliot's prized assets without a trace, thinking no one would notice. The betrayal cut deeper than Elliot had imagined. As he paced, a thought struck him, a legal loophole Damien overlooked. But executing it would put Elliot in dangerous territory, risking exposure and retaliation. The stakes were higher than ever. Elliot approached his mentor, Mrs. Albright, for advice. She revealed that Damien had a hidden vulnerability, an old contract he had falsified to take Elliot's inheritance. Elliot realized that Damien's confidence might be his undoing. But confronting him required finesse. One wrong move and Damien would vanish with everything. Elliot planned meticulously, testing the waters for his first strike. Elliot started attending family gatherings with a calm facade, watching Damien flaunt the business and wealth that should have been Elliot's. Every glance and smirk from Damien was like a dagger, but Elliot masked his fury. During one gathering, Elliot secretly recorded Damien boasting about the assets he had taken. This recording could be the leverage Elliot needed, but Damien was unpredictable, always watching. Elliot enlisted the help of his childhood friend, Lara, a tech genius. Together, they discovered Damien had been laundering profits through an offshore account. The discovery gave Elliot hope, but also fear. Damien wasn't just greedy, he was dangerous. Elliot knew the next step required cunning and patience, a chess game where one wrong move could ruin everything. Elliot tested Damien's ego, planting subtle hints that he knew more than he appeared to. Damien laughed, thinking it was empty threats. But Elliot secretly began gathering witnesses who had seen Damien's deception firsthand. Each revelation Elliot uncovered fueled his determination, and he realized that patience might be his strongest weapon. Elliot confronted Damien in private, pretending to forgive him while subtly threatening exposure. Damien, arrogant as ever, scoffed at Elliot's words. But that night, Damien's paranoia began. Elliot's plan to quietly destabilize Damien's empire was working, making him doubt allies and advisors. Suspense grew as Elliot watched the first cracks form in Damien's confidence. Elliot discovered that Damien was planning to expand the stolen business overseas. This could secure Damien's control permanently, but also provided a chance for Elliot to intervene. Elliot prepared a cunning counter-strategy to reclaim not just his assets but ensure Damien faced consequences. Stakes escalated. This wasn't just about revenge anymore, it was about justice. Elliot anonymously leaked critical documents exposing Damien's illegal transactions to regulators. Damien panicked, unaware who was behind it. Elliot stayed in the shadows, but each move brought him closer to the ultimate showdown. The thrill of near victory was tempered by fear. One misstep and Damien could retaliate fiercely. Elliot confronted Damien publicly at a business gala, subtly hinting he knew the truth. Damien laughed, dismissing him, but guests began whispering, sensing tension. Elliot's calm demeanor contrasted sharply with Damien's growing unease. The power dynamics were shifting, and the audience, as viewers of Elliot's journey, felt every jolt of suspense. Elliot discovered Damien had an accomplice he never suspected, Tobias, a longtime family associate. This betrayal cut deep, but Elliot used it to his advantage, secretly recording their scheming. Elliot's understanding of Damien's network allowed him to manipulate situations from the background, creating small crises that weakened Damien's grip. Every twist revealed a new layer of the game. Elliot decided to confront Tobias first, offering him a choice: confess to the authorities and expose Damien, or face the consequences. Tobias, terrified of prison, chose to flip. Elliot now had leverage over two key players. But Damien began to notice patterns, sensing someone was closing in. The tension was palpable, every move mattered. Elliot orchestrated a minor public scandal involving Damien's mismanagement, causing media attention and investor doubts. Damien scrambled to control the damage, unknowingly stepping into Elliot's trap. Each revelation of Damien's incompetence fueled the anticipation of his eventual downfall, keeping the audience on edge. Elliot's plan was working, but only just. Elliot discovered that Damien had secretly planned to ruin their father's reputation as well. This personal betrayal ignited a deeper determination in Elliot. He started gathering evidence of Damien's schemes against their father, knowing that exposing Damien's true nature would force him into a corner. The emotional stakes were now higher than ever. Elliot cleverly manipulated Damien into signing documents that would reverse ownership of key assets without realizing it. Damien believed he was executing another sneaky maneuver, but Elliot had anticipated every move. This twist elevated the story. Damien was confident yet blind, setting up the ultimate reversal. Viewers were left wondering when he would realize his mistake. Elliot's father, previously unaware of the full scope of Damien's betrayal, began to notice irregularities. Elliot subtly guided his father's attention without revealing himself entirely. Family tensions rose, Damien's paranoia intensified, and Elliot's calculated patience promised the final confrontation. Each chapter escalated suspense and emotional intensity. Elliot staged a dramatic confrontation, presenting Damien with undeniable proof of his illegal actions. Damien tried to deflect and manipulate, but Elliot's evidence was airtight. The audience felt the emotional climax. Damien's smirk faltered, the power had shifted, and Elliot stood firm. Justice was within reach, but the ultimate twist was yet to come. Damien, desperate, tried one last gamble, attempting to bribe and manipulate others against Elliot. Elliot, prepared for every contingency, turned Damien's move against him. Every ally Damien thought he could trust became a witness against him. Elliot's strategy revealed Damien's isolation, building tension for the final payoff. Elliot finally forced Damien to hand back what was rightfully his. Damien's arrogance and betrayal had led him here, and as he signed over the assets, he realized he had underestimated Elliot's intelligence and patience. The emotional catharsis was satisfying, not cruel, and viewers felt the story's firm but fair resolution. Elliot reconciled with his father, ensuring Damien faced consequences but not ruin. He reflected on the journey, the twists, and the betrayals, realizing that resilience, patience, and strategic thinking had won the day. The story ended with a sense of closure but lingering curiosity. Viewers were left thrilled by Elliot's clever maneuvers and emotional triumph.